Hey guys, it's Matt with BleepinJeep, and today I want to show you the different welds you can get between a $100 welder and a more professional rig like a $2,000 welder. Stay tuned. So my goal is not really to compare the two welders. They're kind of like apples and oranges, but I want to show you the different kind of welds you can expect depending on what you want to pay. Now, I have no idea what's going to happen. This is not a sponsored video. I went out and bought this with my own money, so I'm not sure what's going to happen. Now, this is a 110 welder. It's a flux core, which means there's no gas involved. I don't think they even make this welder anymore. In fact, I know they don't. This is a Millermatic 185. You can buy welders similar to it now for around $1,000 up to $2,500. Now this one has shielding gas and it's a 220, so there's a big difference. But the goal here is to figure out, can you make the same kind of welds with a $100 welder? Let's find out. Now if you're not too familiar with welders, I should explain that both of these are wire feed welders, which means the welding happens at the end of this little gun here. And despite the fact that these are pretty expensive new, I only paid about $750 for this one on Craigslist. But then you have to add the cost of the gas, which you have to rent the bottle. It's about $40 to $80 a year to rent the bottle. And then you have to pay for the gas, which is about $20 to $40 a fill. But it does last a long time if you remember to turn it off, and also if you don't use it that often. Okay, let's open this up and see what you get for $100. I'm really surprised that you can even get such a welder for $100. So let's see what's in here. My first impression is that it's very difficult to feed the wire into the hole. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. You can do it! Ow! There we go. Stay in there. Okay. Whew! Okay, so for $100, this is what you get. You get the welder, the gun. Now the gun feels a little bulky compared to the Miller. You can kind of see the difference there. And you get the nozzle, a tip. It comes with one extra tip. You're definitely going to need more of those if you pursue welding. And it comes with a set of instructions. This somewhat of a brush and a little kind of hammer thing going on there. And this I thought was kind of funny. This is the face shield that you get. I guess it's better than nothing for those people who don't want to go out and buy a $40 auto darkening mask or whatever, but you definitely need something better than that. The other thing I thought was kind of weird is that the cord comes out the front. Not a big deal, but yeah, that's what you get. A handle too. Oh, and you get a little tiny spool of wire. You're going to need more wire if you're going to do a lot of welding. And you get a little chart right here. Okay, now we got the boring stuff out of the way. Let's just start welding. First, I'm going to weld the best I can do on my Miller. We'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll see what this thing does. So I've got 3 different kinds of joints here to test, and then I'll weld this rod straight up and down. Alright, so I never claimed to be a professional welder, but this is what we have so far with the Miller. We've got that one, this piece here, got the flat one, and the round bar. Now let's give it a shot with the cheap one. So this is 1/8 that I'm welding, and then this one here is 1/4. Now keep in mind that this welder is only supposed to weld up to 3/16, so that's in between the two. I went ahead and set up 1/4 because I want to see if it can do it, even though it says it's only supposed to do 3/16. So according to the chart, 1/8, we need to set this to max, and this needs to be set to 8. And I'm just going to go willy-nilly on it. I'm not even going to practice. Let's try it. Oh my goodness. That looks like a disaster zone. I really thought this would go a lot better than this. This was unexpected. So that was really bad. I'm going to turn this around while it's hot. Try the other side. I'm going to try dragging this time instead of pushing. We'll see if that makes it any better. A little better, I guess. A lot better. I think the weld is better, but it doesn't look much better. Okay, well, I'm going to try this. Are you ready? Ugh. Looks like puke on a plate. Last test. Man, so when I first started this video, I did not intend to knock this welder at all. I really thought I could get some decent welds out of this thing, but check that out. I think I might have to retitle the video. I was thinking of calling it something like, "What can you do with the $100 welder?" But now I'm thinking maybe I need to retitle it, "It's not you, it's your welder." The reason I made this video is because a lot of people come to me with their problems of welding, and up until now I really didn't realize what the problem was, and I think the problem is it's just your welder. That's my initial thought anyway, because as you can see, the same person did these welds, just a different machine. That's the only difference. So I used the same technique. I used, it was me. I did this one, I did that one. The only difference was the welder. So I think a lot of people who are starting off, if you buy a cheap welder, it's like buying a cheap tennis racket or a cheap band instrument. If you have a cheap tool or a cheap instrument, you're not going to be able to make the same results as a professional who has professional equipment. So if you are a beginner, it's going to be even that much harder for you to get a good weld with a cheap welder. It's getting smoky in here too. That's another problem you have with the flux core as compared to the MIG, which begs the question, how much of this was the welder's fault and how much was it the fact that we were using flux core wire as opposed to shielding gas over there? That's a topic for another video, but the next video is going to be titled Welder for Sale, 50 bucks. Oh, I forgot to mention, a while back Tim did a review video on the Hobart Handler. It is a welder that we do recommend. It's a little bit more, it's around $500, but you're going to get a lot better results than this. I'll leave a link below to Tim's review and also an Amazon affiliate link if you guys want to check that out, make a purchase. Like I said, it's quite a bit more depending on how you look at it, but you really don't want to waste your money on this thing from what I've found today. So check that out. Alright guys, that's all I can think of for this video. I guess the main point I should make now is that it may not be you, it may be your welder. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear if you guys are having problems with your welding, and if you think it might be your welder or something else, let me know. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. If you liked the video, check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/BleepinJeep, and there you can help us to help you by making more videos just like this, and maybe buying more welders. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.